Hi Stampers, and Meg from Loven Stamps back with another Takeout Treats project, which features the stamps and the dies, which are good for all seasons. It's really a terrific all-occasion stamp set. And this card for Stamps the Mail Club. Sometimes it's nice to have a card that isn't just quite the traditional opening, so this one, you can see here, actually has just a little bit of a different opening. So it has some feature paper on the inside from the Frosted Floral stamp set, which is a really neat way to feature your paper, have a little bit of a unique fold without actually doing too much crazy different stuff. So grab your Stamps the Mail Club kit and we will get started with this card. So I've got a cardstock piece here that is 5.5 by what used to be 8.5, so it used to be a half sheet, but I went ahead and just chopped off an inch at the side, so that gives us room for our designer series paper, again from the Frosted Florals, to shine through. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and attach my cardstock on the inside. So this piece here is actually attached to the back of the card, so the inside panel. And that will just line up here, okay, and stick that down. And now we have the front of our card to decorate. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and open this flat and use my Petal Pink ink pad and the star here. And I'm going to go ahead and start by just stamping a few stars. And then we're going to just go ahead and connect those with our cute little wires. So let's throw some of these on here and maybe put one more up there. Okay, so now the trick in these is just figuring out where to connect, and basically what I'm doing is going and kind of making them look like they're stars on a continuous strand, like it's a big strand of star confetti. And the nice thing about the placement of the stars is that it breaks up the line here, because this isn't wide enough to go all the way across our card, but with our stars on there we can pretend that the wire is longer than it is. Okay. Those ended up being about a wire across, so that's perfect. And then we need one more over here, okay? All right, so we have our stars and our wires set, and we're gonna have our card front here. The next piece that we're gonna add is our piece of designer series paper. This is another piece of that gorgeous frosted floral paper. Think about where you're putting adhesive. If you put it on this edge over here, it's going to stick the card shut. So I'm going to kind of actually line it up right there, and then I can see exactly where I need to put adhesive and not put adhesive, and pop our piece on there. Okay, then I have all these fun die cut pieces, which were cut with the Takeout Thinlit dies. So there's this fun banner, and if you look really carefully, yep, you can see where the score lines are. So what I'm going to do is on that first score line, I'm going to fold them back. So that makes the piece the shortest possible. And then where that score line is, I'm going to actually fold back to the front. So now I have a cute little zigzag shape. And this is certainly something you can do without the die too, but if you're a person who just likes things to be exact, the nice thing is that the die does it for you, so you know it's going to be great every time. Okay, I have the fun background here, and this time I'm going to use my Blackberry Bliss ink pad. To stamp on pre-die cut pieces, I recommend taking your stamp and inking it, set it up on the table, and then go ahead and just set your cardstock down on top of it. Grab another larger block, press it down so you know you get an even impression, and then you have your stamped piece. So we're going to do that for this piece, and then we're going to stamp a little bit of a thank you on here. There we go. I know it's upside down, but we're going to cut it out so no one will know. And then I'm going to ink up this star one more time, because we have a repeated element, which is a great way to create a focal point in a card, is to have one piece that is repeated and featured as a pop-up, so it's different dimensions or different texture than the elements that you put in the card background. All right, so now we're going to start assembling our little background here. So this really helps to draw your eye, because it's a really strong color and a strong shape is going to fit right there. Then I have the next piece, which is going to get our thank you. So I'm going to trim this pretty tight, and when you trim it tightly, it fits beautifully on there. On that little die cut piece. Or of course, if you die cut that out of a light color, Whisper White or something, then you could stamp directly on it and on the banner. But we're going to stamp on this highlighted piece here. Okay, There we go. So there's our thank you. Now on my sample I had some ribbon, and I'm going to show you how to do that really easily. So this is the tea room ribbon. It comes in this color, and it comes here in the vanilla kind of color, and they're both really pretty and a perfect match for this card set. So I'm going to start off by anchoring one end of my ribbon with Stampin' Dimensional. Okay, so now I've got something to hold on to, and then I'm just going to start by wrapping this around in a circle once, twice, and end back here. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this dimensional backing off and just smush my ribbon end into it. Okay, so now I've got two circles that are kind of anchored, and I can move them back and forth like top to bottom to kind of get them a little bit even. And then I'm going to take another dimensional and pop it right across there to hold those ribbons in. And then I'm going to put one more dimensional on because this one's covered up a lot by ribbon, and so it's not going to hold onto the paper so much. And then we can take that element, see, didn't that turn out cute? And we can line that up here on our card. And it's a great match for the designer series paper too. So see how we have, oh, I'll turn it this way so you can see how we have that little bit popped up. That's a nice element. It's a perfect size because you could put it through the mail. This probably wouldn't take any extra postage. You can put it through the mail as it is and not have to worry about it. So I'm going to grab one more Stampin' Dimensional and pop it on the back of my star here, and then use it to just further anchor that focal point. So repeated elements here popped up, repeated colors with the designer series paper and the cardstock and the ink, ribbon and paper, just a really nice all-around way to use and feature the Takeout Treats stamp set and dies. So if you would like to get supplies for this card kit, I have them as part of Stamps the Mail Club in September. You can check my website at lovenstamps.com to request a kit. You can also look at what else is on there while you're there. Sometimes I have past kits available, and those are also listed on my website. So check that out, and I look forward to sharing more projects with you again soon. So happy stamping!